Culture, they say, is the general way of life of a certain group of people. In other words, it is the arts and other manifestations whereby people get to be identified in certain organizations. Now, this is welcoming you to the weekend entertainment segment of the Weekend Show. I remain your host, as always, Amaka Ubeche. Today, I have two beautiful girls with me in the studio who have decided to uphold this culture. They have actually worked with enthusiasts in the community, making sure that these cultures do not go into extinction. I'm talking none other but Chisom Omeokachi. She is a strategist working with Spine Communications. Thank you very much for joining me in the studio.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, and I have none other but Ifechukwu Okoye. One of us used to work with us here in Anambra Broadcasting Service, but now she works with Spine Communications too. She's also a strategist as well. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so I think I've gotten your portfolios mixed up kind of, so you're going to have to clarify that for me. You say you are a strategist working with Spine.
Yes, I'm the head of branding and strategy at Spine Communications, and I also oversee the activities of Ojo for Arts and Crafts and our other clients, the transport companies right now here.
Okay, so it seems like Spine Communication has done a lot, having to employ mostly females. Does it mean that you guys, or does it mean that you guys are the brain behind majority of the events that goes on in Anambra State?
No, I wouldn't say that. We even have more guys on the team than females.
Okay.
It just happens to be that we're the ones that came for the show today, but
Okay.
we have our teammates outside right now waiting, and we have a diverse group of people working with us.
Okay.
You know, we have our creatives and our data division, and what we do basically is that we, help package and project the brand.
Okay.
We are a 360 degrees marketing communications company. So we do everything that has to do with projecting a brand and delivering on the brand's proposition, which from advertising to public relations, sales promotion, and everything in between.
Okay, so Chisom, that's enough from you actually, because you've said a whole lot about your own portfolio. Now, going to you, Ife, Ife, you have to tell us what exactly is your own aim and motive and objective with Spine.
Okay, I'll actually start from where she stopped because she talked about being a 360 marketing communication company. It's what Spine does specially is to bring into the Nigerian market the use of big data, okay, understanding data about the market, and also trying to use this data to also understand what's going on in the business especially. For example, we work with different brands in Anambra.
Definitely.
So we get to understand what's happening in the market, their industry where they operate, and then we merge it with what is happening in the business, their day-to-day activities, and then we use it to advise on the next big decision to take in your business. So we don't just do the adverts and PR.
Okay.
We get to understand your business and advise you with that.
Okay, so we're going to take a short break to get to know what Spine Communication is more, and then when we come back, you guys will have to explain more about what Spine Communication does, what exactly are the events that you guys have handled and managed, and probably future propositions so far. So we'll go on a very short break now, and then when we come back, Ife and Chisom are still here. We're talking about Spine Communication and events, so stay tuned. Welcome back. This is still the Weekend Show, and this is the weekend entertainment segment of the Weekend Show, where I get to direct everything that has to do with entertainment. Like initially, they said culture is the general way of life of a certain group of people. Now, in other words, it is the arts and other manifestations whereby people get to recognize with achievements regarded collectively. However, rapid growth of modernization has raised many unresolved issues and have negative consequences that are far too broad for anyone to analyze in their entirety. Chisom Omokachi and Ifechukwu Okoye are still here with me talking about Spine Communication. They are the enthusiasts who have been the brain behind so many events such as Ojofo Festival, Egwu, Ogene, and so many others. Now, we just took a short advert as regards what Spine is. Tell me majority of the events that have been handled by Spine so far.
Okay. I would just like to clarify that we don't really do events.
Okay. We
handle brands. So if our clients, we figure out that what this particular brand needs is to sponsor an event or to host a group of people for this purpose, that's what we're going to do. That's what we did with Ogene Arts and Crafts. That's what we did with Aspire Egwu contest. So these two brands they still have the same purpose, which is grassroots development and creating opportunities for young people to thrive. And what better way to do that than to actually bring these young people together in an environment and offer them a prize that this is what you already do, so why don't you do better, put in some work, and then we will actually pay you and give you a higher platform to showcase what you do. So it's all part of our job that we do for our clients.
So how long has it been in existence right now, knowing that it's an indigenous company right here, based in the Southeast, here in Anambra State? Yeah. How long has it been into existence now?
Spine Communications is officially just a little over 2 years.
Okay.
But the work we've been doing before we became incorporated has been going on for about 5 years.
Okay.
Starting from healthcare and grassroots development. We have the Rise Global Health Initiative we work with to create awareness for the issues that happen in local communities health-wise that people don't know about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the Weekend Show and we're talking about entertainment. I can't help but to talk about the latest event that you guys spearheaded, which is the Egwu Ogene, Aspire
Egwu
Ogene. Ifechukwu, I would like to come to you. The brainchild, right? I understand that each and every person have their own events that they spearhead, that you guys are in charge of. Now, Ife, how did you come in for Egwu Ogene Aspire FC?
Okay, notwithstanding, we know this is a weekend show and it's entertainment.
Definitely.
Yes, so, but I would still like to talk about numbers in an entertaining way.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Let's do this.
So in the Egwu Ogene context, we have over 50 Ogene groups from different communities in Anambra State.
Okay.
So now this is number talking. And each of these communities, each of these Ogene groups have like group of young men of about 15, 7, 10. And then this Ogene contest continued for some months.
Okay.
So now what we try to achieve with that for that particular brand, even though it was entertainment, was to put this brand, Aspire, in the names of this local community. Now, what are we trying to do? We're not just promoting culture, we're also trying to promote grassroots sports, grassroots football. And now we use the numbers. When we have 50 Ogene groups in different communities, we kept on auditioning, screening, until the last one you saw. And we have over 60,000 reach.
Yeah.
Okay, can we talk about how the whole thing came about? How did the idea come about in the first place?
I'll just give you a preamble and I would like Chisom to actually talk about the rest. So it was just, seeing these young guys perform in a place, like in an event. I'm like, this is a good idea. Why don't we try to promote this thing, since it's a grassroots music, with a grassroots football.
Okay.
It just came. That's how the idea came. There was no oh, what could we do? You know, we're creatives, so it just pops up and you're like, but I would like her to now talk about who did it come from.
Okay, yeah. Good. Because that's where we're going to now. I'd like to know who actually came about that and how the idea came about in the first place. So, Chisom, please take it away.
So, like Fechukwu had just said, it wasn't something that was premeditated.
Okay.
We were just at an event, and this Ogene group were performing, and people were recording on their phones. People were live streaming, and we realized that Egwu Ogene is actually one of our greatest exports as Igbo people.
Definitely.
And we also have our local football here because Aspire FC is a client, and our local football isn't doing very well in our community, not less overseas or anything. So then how do we marry these sports, which is a universal language, with music, also universal language, and how do we create a synergy where we export these two things together?
Okay.
So that was how the idea came up that, okay, why don't we have these, why don't we get Ogene groups from all over Anambra State and give them the challenge to compose and put together an anthem for Aspire FC. Now, most of these Ogene groups, they don't compose anything. What they do is mostly to sing what has already been done before by other artists. So we actually went through vigorous trainings with them. We taught them how to compose, taught them how to, stage manage, taught them how to package themselves online, create social media accounts and stuff like that. So that was also brushing them up with, the trends of the entertainment world right now. Yeah. So the whole idea for the Egwu Ogene contest was to sell our local football with our local music that is already selling.
Okay, we're going to take sight and sound of Egwu Ogene. Let's see what you guys were able to achieve with Egwu Ogene. Recently, that event it was held at Marble Arch.
Yes, the finale, yeah.
Okay, so we're going to be taking a very short break. We'll take Egwu Ogene, and then when we come back, we'll talk about the challenges so far affecting the Ogene people, that's the Egwu Ogene itself in the Igbo culture setting. So please, let's take that.
Maiden edition of Aspire FC Egwu Ogene contest.
Maka state management, state ni na bunu ya. Organize your on a stage, who to manage stage, and you're going to.
We're still here and we're having a whole lot of fun right here on the weekend entertainment segment of the weekend show. That was Egwu Ogene, and I have two beautiful girls with me here in the studio telling us more about how the event came about and what are we to expect in the nearest future. So I'll be going to you, Chisom. Tell me all the performances that were highlighted at the event, because we can see the Egwu Ogene people. What are the other cultural appearances that were at the event?
Okay, for this event, we had side attractions from masquerades, different masquerades. Most of them weren't captured in this video, but I don't even know their names, but these are real traditional entities that we invited. We had a cultural dance that came and entertained because it was live streamed mostly. The finale was held at Mambo Arc, but it was just for a selected few to be there. Our main audience was over 60,000 people across social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah. And apart from all that, it wasn't very easy putting this together.
Definitely.
As you could imagine.
I cannot have this kind of discussion without asking you what the challenges was when you guys were organizing this kind of festival.
Yeah. The major challenge that we had with this still boils down to the gaps that are missing in the Southeast, where our people haven't yet discovered the opportunities that lie in the digital economy.
Okay.
These are talented young men that don't even know what Facebook is. There isn't enough awareness for this. They don't know that when you perform, you record and you post. They don't know that you could create your own logos. They don't know these things. So the major challenge was educating and sensitizing them on what is obtainable right now, which is what we do. We package brands, and they are all brands on their own.
Okay, so talking about packaging of brand, because we're gradually rounding off, Ife, tell us other things than your advice so far to the public in general. Tell us other events that you guys have handled apart from Egwu Ogene.
Okay, other events.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was, because we're in the cultural part, so I'll just start from the culture to other ones. We've actually done a lot of things with our brand, one of our brands called Ogene Arts and Craft. So, which also is is a sponsor for this Egwu Ogene contest.
Okay.
So it's about promoting culture. It's about promoting our language. Culture is like the language we speak, not just the Igbo language, but everything about us. Now, what we do is we find what is missing. And what is missing is that the Igbo culture is dying. And that's what our brand stands for. And that's where we now get to find out facts and figures. We went to look for these people. We brought them together, organized this, and put Ojofo as part of the event. And here we are. We've also gone far into the health industry or the health sector, where we organize with Rise Global Health Initiative. We organize a lot of health outreaches. Even with the recently finished Orumba General Health outreach that we also did. So more of this, we tend to get information and people.
Okay, definitely. We cannot talk and talk and talk because we would not finish this topic today. I'm sure Ife and Chisom will be back here on the Weekend Entertainment segment to tell us more about all the events that are coming up in the nearest future. Now, David and Oluchi are actually standing by for social media trends as usual. You guys do not go anywhere. I want to say a very big thank you to Chisom and Ife for being here on the Weekend Entertainment segment with me. I'm very grateful.
Thank you.
And I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Okay, so like I said, David and Oluchi are already standing by, so please do not go anywhere. The weekend show still continues.
increase in westernization and religious integration, many communities have lost their cultural heritage. However, Ojofo has come to the rescue. Ojofo Festival is a branded event of Spine Communications Limited, usually held in local communities, aimed at bringing citizens together to stimulate and drive local economic growth while promoting cultural values. The festival is tailored in an Igbo cultural manner where micro and small businesses get the opportunities to showcase